Finally, I'm here. Hello, Wilson, my folks. I'm Cysylltiedig. It's Wilson here from Dempsey Youth Service. Apologies for the delayed start then. We had a bit of technical issues, but we're here. And we're here at a new time, 7 p.m. So thanks to you guys for joining in at 7 p.m. and getting that message to everybody. Top marks. I'm just going to start the session like we start every session. Quick house rules. So we operate the session in the same way we operate any of our usual sessions, whether it be a youth club, community group, school group, whatever. All about respect. Respecting each other, respecting each other's comments. How quick can I do this little blurb? No silliness, no nonsense, no bad language. Apart from me, that is silliness, not bad language. And also staying safe as well. So please don't share too much personal information. Don't give us any distinguishing features about your locality, date of birth, any of that stuff. I will point it out if you say, "Oh, look, everyone's in the comment section." Right, I'm going to get to you. Nothing in the Cymraeg, mae sesiwn yn gyda ddieithog, mae'n gwybod gyda'n gyda'n yn Cymraeg, neu'n Saesneg, and I give gyfeithio nhw a gyda'n dod allan, so the sessions are bilingual. Please send us your messages in either Welsh or English. I'll translate them and get them back out. It's 7 o'clock, and we're here. Right, who do we have? We've got Joe and Charlotte and Sarah and Mikey and Gemma and Joe and Kelly and Emily. Oh, how's it going, Emily? You're back. Hey, guys, haven't been here for a while. How come it's on at 7? Well, Emily, I'm glad you pointed that out. We've changed the times. We've listened to young people's feedback and we've changed the times. We've changed the way that we deliver the sessions. I'll get to that at the end, but the new times at 7 o'clock, so live at 7. Of course, you can watch the sessions back whenever you want. I often do. Not really. But no, yeah, you can watch the sessions back whenever you want, but we are live at 7. Right, what are we doing today? Well, it's Tuesday. That's another thing to point out. We're live at 7s on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays now. Yeah. And on Tuesdays, we are doing, what do we do on Tuesday? Tea Tuesdays, tea in the chat, panad sgwrs. It's up on the screen, you can see. And this is session number 52. Can you believe that? 52 brews. 52 sessions, not 52 brews. Maybe about 20 brews. I don't know. Gaz is in the house as well. Hey, Gaz, how's it going? So, tea and chats. That's what we're doing today. There's my lovely logo. Did that especially for Charlotte. I know you like the logo, Charlotte. So tea and chat. So just an explanation for those of you who are new to the session or watching for the first time. Ordinarily, in my youth club sessions, I would have a tea and chat session. So this is where we make a nice cup of tea or whatever. In fact, that's a good way to start the conversation. If you're not drinking tea tonight, which is what's been recommended, what are you drinking? Let me know in the comment section. What's your drink of choice to take part in these tea and chat sessions? Maybe we should change it to various drinks and chat session. I don't know. So yeah, what we ordinarily do in the youth club is we all get together on some beanbags or some sofas, we make a couple of brews, and we just have general conversations. So sometimes they're just general conversations about anything that's going on in the day or in our lives. Sometimes I throw some topics in there, like, have you guys heard of this? Or have you ever heard of this? And we have a discussion or a debate. And I like to see people's different viewpoints on things, and I like to play devil's advocate sometimes and throw a couple of things in there. So we're going to be doing a bit of that today as well. Right, who's drinking what? Gemma's drinking J2O again. Mikey is drinking fresh orange juice tonight. Oh, very healthy. I like that. Although I guess J2O is orange juice as well, isn't it? Love the logo, says Charlotte. Well, Charlotte, that was especially for you. I had planned and intended on working on it today, but as is often the case, I ran out of time. Excuse me. Oh, Pepsi Max cherry, says Kelly. Oh, Pepsi Max. Well, semi-healthy choice, in a sense. We need all the energy we can get tonight, Kelly, let me tell you. Peppermint tea for Joe. Oh, Joe. That's posh, isn't it? Peppermint tea. What kind of cake are you having with your tea tonight, Joe? Make us all jealous and tell us what you've got. Yeah, okay, so I'm drinking my usual tea. So the way that the tea and chat session, the panel discuss session usually works is I throw out a topic and we have a bit of a discussion about it. So we're going to do that today. I've got a topic for you, but that's for the first half. I really would like the second half to be driven about things that you want to discuss. So have a think now. Have a think about, can we discuss this or this or this? And we will we'll do that in the second half. Let me just read some more of your comments as they're popping up frantically in front of me. Been on my laptop since 9 a.m, so need a fizzy pop. Tea is why I have to relax, or you won't be. There'll be no relaxing going on here, let me tell you. Tea for me too, says Sarah. Oh, Diane, Sarah, very good. None today. Oh, Joe, letting us down. Looking for ideas if anyone has any. Oh, any baking ideas for Joe? I don't doubt she needs the inspiration. I'm sure you've got tons of recipes in that ideas. But if anybody, actually, stop the press. Joe was looking for cake orders. Well, Joe, you know what I was thinking the other day, and I bet you'd make a cracking one. In fact, I thought, I bet Joe would make a good one. A Manchester tart. You know, a Manchester tart, I think it's pastry, jam and banana, isn't it? I haven't had one since I was in school. Is it called a Manchester tart? Please do let me know in the comment section. But I was thinking, I bet Joe would make a good Manchester tart. Anyway, right. Okay, so where were we? Oh, yeah, so here's my topic for today. Now, again, I'm not being an antagonist here. I think that young people are great. I wouldn't be doing this job otherwise. I think you're capable of amazing things individually and collectively. And when you come together, really, really fantastic things can happen. However, we all know that there are a minority of young people that sometimes do things that are a bit questionable and make you think, oh, no, why did you do that? So that's my thinking today. My thinking for today is rules. What rules? So how many young people would hold up smiling? Right. So that's my thinking today. It's been brought upon this letter that I read, which I'm going to share with you guys during this session. And it's about the increase of young people breaking the lockdown rules, right? So let me just give you a bit of background here. So there's been this new research published. I won't bore you too much with the sciencey bit. I've just got a couple of slides. There's been this new research published that 50% of young people are now reporting that they're not following the rules. So this is the University College London. They did a big survey, 90,000 young people. And 50% of them said, we're not bothering with the lockdown rules anymore. But last week, only 40% said they weren't bothering with the rules. And the week before that, so 2 weeks ago, 30% of young people said that they weren't following the rules. So that got me thinking, is there like an increasing trend now of young people going, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not playing by the rules anymore. So get that in your head. That's kind of the mood. And then it got me thinking about the context in Wales, right? So does anybody know this lady here? Oh, see, this is 10 points if you guess who she is. This is Sally Holland, and Sally Holland is the Children's Commissioner for Wales, and she commissioned a big piece of research in Wales, surveying over 23,000 young people, and this gives us, like young people aged between 3 and 18, I think. So this gives us a real good flavour of what's like in Wales at the moment for young people in the lockdown, I think. And 37% of young people that were surveyed, that sounds like one of those game show hosts, they said that they weren't worried about COVID-19 at all. They're not worried about it. And they said, and 58% of them said that they felt happy during the crisis. If anything, they're actually feeling happy. And 84% of them said that they felt safe. They felt safe most of the time through this time. So does that change the way that we look at lockdown, knowing that this is how young people are feeling in Wales? Do you think any of these figures are having an influence on people now being relaxed about the rules, breaking the rules? Maybe that's what we're going to discuss today. Another interesting thing on this survey, kind of passing a bit of information on to you, is that she said the biggest impact the young people said during this time was of not seeing their friends. 72% of young people said like the biggest impact was not seeing their friends. 59 saying the family, and 42 schools. So that's like half and above half of all young people say like they're just getting really frustrated not getting to see their friends. What are your thoughts on that? Do these figures, so that's my first question, do these figures marry up with the way that you're feeling here in Denbighshire? As you're doing that, I will read pastry jam and the sponge. Oh, that was, yeah. What? That's your idea, Joe? Yeah, Joe is just filling us in on what a Manchester tart is. Pastry jam and then sponge. They are called maids of honours. Oh, great idea, Wills. Thank you. Hey, you're welcome. Send us a piece in the post. What's the one with pastry jam and banana then? I know we're going off topic now. I got really heavy with stats and figures then, didn't I? But what's the one with the... with the banana. Right, straight in. The young people I'm working with would probably put them in that order. Ah, okay, yeah, right. Oh, there we go. Although some really have missed school. Yeah, well, there's roughly half, if you look at it, isn't it? Pretty much 72%. So about half young people saying that the biggest impact for them is just missing seeing the friends, the family, and going to school. Or in fact, it was school/college, to be fair. But I was quite interested with, these kinds of numbers as well. I wonder what the young people on here think about this 37% of young people saying they're not worried about COVID-19. They're just not worried about it. Not worried about it. 58% saying that they've actually felt happier during this time. And I wonder if any of those do we think are influencing how young people are behaving during this time. And when I say that, what I mean is, well, in fact, no, I'll save that until we get to this letter in a minute. But let's just pause for thought and see if this reflects the young people that are on here and the youth workers as well, the young people that you're working with. Do you think this is reflective of what we're seeing with the young people we're working with here in Denbighshire? Missing friends is huge. Yeah, it is huge, isn't it? You don't realise how much you need face-to-face conversation with people until it's taken away. Oh, yeah, exactly. So do you think that now, after 3 months, are we on 3 months? I know there's another announcement coming on the 19th, isn't there? But do we think after 3 months now, people are just, they've had enough. They've had enough. I tell you one thing, for me, in fact, yeah, we'll get to that. One thing for me, I think, that triggered the move for, in fact, yeah, let's move on to this. Do we think, right, one of the factors for young people not breaking the rules is the confusion between rules in Wales and England? What do you guys think of that? Do you think that the confusion of people across the border being allowed to do one thing and us in Wales getting to do another has caused confusion? The rules can be confusing because England and Wales being different. Well, yeah, I just said that. Oh, yeah. Oh, you must have been typing that when I was thinking it. Just typed it as you said it. Well, there you go. See, great minds think alike. Yeah, I think that's a factor. Let me see now. If adults aren't following the rules, then young people might not bother either. Yeah, good point. There was a rave in Manchester with 4,000 people. Well, apparently there was one in Denbighshire as well. I don't think that the numbers were quite as high as that, but I did hear reports of large-scale gatherings happening in Denbighshire. There's a confusion between rules and recommendations too. Yeah, advisable doesn't really help. No, it doesn't really help, does it? Yeah, so, right, where are we? Bear with me a second, I'll drink my cup of tea while I'm processing what you're saying. Yeah, there is a real confusion, I think. So, the rule, it's confusing for us as adults. Imagine trying to make sense of it as young people. Yeah, a sensible comment from our youth workers here. Oh, yeah, I knew you guys wouldn't let me down. So how about this, son? Another thing that I've noticed in my daily exercises, staying local and what have you, is the increase in litter. So do we think that when these fast food places started to open again, was that like a trigger in people's minds to go, the lockdown's over now, we can go to McDonald's? Because I'm seeing a lot of that. I'm seeing a lot of waste on the beach, in the parks, piled up next to bins, really disappointingly thrown on the road, which is a completely different debate, isn't it, about getting the number plates printed onto the packaging and what have you. But do you think that was a trigger? Once those things started to open, fast foodie places, and you were allowed to congregate outside and meet somebody, but do you think people started going, lockdown's over? What do you think? You tell me what you think. You tell me what you think. And as you do that, I will scan through to this letter. And I will get to your comments about the fast food places because it makes sense to this letter. So this letter was written by a 19-year-old and it was sent into a newspaper like an open letter from a young person who was quite upset and annoyed about what she was witnessing. And this is what got me thinking about today's session, about the mood of young people viewing this stuff and what impact it has on them and what they think about it, right? So, excuse me, let me clear my throat. Right. So this very articulate young lady, she writes a letter. I'll read it out to you, then we can discuss it afterwards. As a 19-year-old, I'm disappointed in my peers' attitude to lockdown. My social media feeds are awash with posts of friends hugging, sharing lifts to McDonald's drive-thrus, and normalising flouting the rules. Ooh. With data showing that their health risks to our age group is minimal, it seems many have taken this to mean that they are safe. Yet aside from the risks to older or ill people around us, we have so much to lose, right? A longer lockdown means further disruption to our education, and it will mean us needing to bear the brunt of the damage to the economy. Very sensible young lady. Seeing large groups of teenagers selfishly breaking the guidelines is heartbreaking and massively hypocritical. Oh, she's using some big ones here, right? Where am I? I've lost my trail of thought. Social media posts protecting the NHS and outrage at the care home crisis seem like nothing more than overcompensating when the same friends suddenly become unconcerned when it suits their personal plans. Yeah. I hate feeling like an outsider and as a judgmental one that among my peers, but I don't understand how at any age group where you can be understanding about other social issues can act so selfishly on the matters so serious as this. So some of the key things that I picked up on that is that how young people are like essentially flouting the rules in her opinion, but then they're quite happy to go onto social media and post about other social issues that are concerning them at the time. More notably, I guess, during these times have been the protests and the riots. Bear with me a second, I've lost my screen. The protests and the riots and stand out and clapping for the NHS. So everyone's happy to go on social media to show they're supporting it. But what this young person is saying, that's a bit hypocritical when they're going out and breaking the rules anyway. And we know they're breaking the rules because we've seen research saying about 50% of people are. And she's feeling really disappointed because she's saying that the more the young people are hypocritical and break the rules now, the bigger effect it will have, particularly on the younger age group with if a lockdown needs to be continued. So let me see what your thoughts are on that. Sarah says there's a confusing rules between, yeah, got that one. It's confusing, yeah, got that one. Oh, here we go. Right, bear with me a second. I've spoken to young people who've had direct experience of COVID and are really taking the rules seriously. Well, I guess that's sometimes what it takes, isn't it, Sarah? Excuse me. Oh, what's wrong with me today? What I need is a nice Manchester tart. That would clear the airwaves, I think. Yeah, and Kelly says same. She's also spoken to young people who, I guess, who have experienced it firsthand, so they take it a little bit more seriously. But I was really, this letter really spoke to me today. Hence why I thought it'd be a good session today, a good thing to discuss about what we feel. Does this reflect some of your thoughts? What this young lady is saying? Do you think the young people who are breaking rules are being selfish, or do you think that they're justified? Let me know you're in. I will get it to you ASAP, Wills. Coming on here, bribing for cakes. Yeah, so tell me, what do you think? Does this reflect your mood? Does this lady's thoughts reflect your mood? In fact, look, I've got it here. Look, your thoughts. Tell me your thoughts on that letter. What do we think about people on social media just flouting, breaking the rules like they don't care? What do we think about young people who are chucking their rubbish around and just going about their daily lives? Oh, but I will. Oh, okay, no worries. Jem, I've seen your comment and I will pick that up with you tomorrow. Unless it's to do with this now, because you can rant on here. Yeah, Gemma, tell me, what are your thoughts on this kind of stuff, though? What are your thoughts on young people that you may or may not be seeing out on social media breaking the rules when, if you are staying true to the rules at home, does it affect you? Is it upsetting you? Do you think it is? Let's see what this lady says. Some of the words that she used were selfish and heartbreaking. And I should have highlighted these words, come to think of it. It's a shame, she says, it's a shame to see my friends out there. And the damage it will cause to the hypocrisy, hypocritical, she says. And flouting the rules will make it a longer lockdown for young people. I've hardly left the house, Will, so fair enough. I move because I'm mainly people walking their dogs. Oh, okay, oh, that's good. She goes, it doesn't reflect my mood because it's mainly people walking their dogs. Okay, yeah, cool. You know, I'm not saying that is happening. I'm just saying that some of the reports across the nation and some studies and research that have been carried out are showing that young people, in fact, more young males are flouting the rules. 50% of young people reported they're just not bothering anymore. So I'm just really, really interested to get your thoughts on it. How do you feel? That's what I was thinking. While I'm throwing that one out there for you to play around with and toy with, and offer your thoughts back. Has anybody thought of a second topic for tonight's sessions? Anybody got anything else they'd like to bring on to the show today? Youth workers, open forum for you here as well. If you think, oh, can we have a chat about this? Then now's the time. Now's the time. That was a bit heavy, wasn't it? That was a little bit heavy with the figures, but I haven't seen on the popular meeting up. Okay, but I have seen like the popular lot meeting up with their bikes and vapes. Well, yeah, exactly, Jem. So you've seen it, but I'm not saying you should go out and do anything about it. I'm not saying that whatsoever. What I'm saying is, how does it make you feel? Like this young lady's in the letters, she was so compelled and so driven by what she was seeing that she wrote a letter to a newspaper and she got it published. She was just like, no, I'm not having it. It's not on. So yeah, just interested to get your thoughts as young people. So whether, I'm not saying that you are breaking rules, I'm saying if you're seeing it happening, how does it make you feel? Do you feel like, well, yeah, it's justified? What could be the justified reasons? You know, is just being bored, is having enough, is just being a teenager and being a bit reckless? Is that enough? Is that enough of a reason? I don't know. You know, you tell me. Is it because of the messages were confusing? What do you think? So let's see. Let me see where your message says, Jem. Sorry, it withheld the message then for some reason. Angry mainly because they're idiots anyway. Well, what makes them idiots? Aren't they just being young people, being rebellious, being like, well, maybe they're doing it safely. We don't know, do we? But if it makes you angry, Jem, that's fair enough. I think this young lady was a bit more, she seemed a bit more emotionally driven, like a bit more heartbroken by it, like that, almost as if young people's behaviour is giving a bad name to her as a young person. That's the mood that I felt. I wondered if you guys felt the same. Yeah, there's no excuse for litter. Oh, Charlotte, don't get me started. Don't get me started. If you can queue for an hour to get a McDonald's, then you should spend a minute putting your rubbish in the bin. There's just no reason. No, there isn't. There's just no reason not to. It's so disappointing, isn't it? You know, all the things that have happened during this lockdown about communities coming together and all the amazing things that we're seeing online, like the good stuff that we've seen and people coming together. And it just seems so disheartening that one of the first things that happens when drive-throughs opens is people just start littering again. No consideration. It's like, oh, God, no, please. Anyway, we're sounding old here, Charlotte. Are we though? Let's see what Jem says. They're idiots in school. It's not surprising that they're breaking the rules. Well, that's different topic for a different day, that one. There's reasons behind it, I think. That's the thing, Jem. I think there's reasons behind it. And I think, from my understanding, I mean, you've got to look at things from people's perspectives, haven't they? When the national mood of young people, when they've been surveyed, is about 50%. In fact, I'll get back to you. That's sort of boring with numbers, but well, let's see, 84% of young people reported that they felt safe during that time. This is in Wales. So if there's such a high proportion of young people saying, well, but we feel safe, then are they justified in going out? 58% of them said that they felt happier during the lockdown than they had previously. So has that made them feel it's fine to go out? You know, it's really interesting things, you know. And then when you see 70%, 72% of them said the biggest impact that they've had is just not getting to see their friends. So maybe when they're feeling safe, they're feeling happier, they're feeling like it's gone on too long, and there's 72% of them who want to see their friends, are they justified to go and break the rules? I'm not at all encouraging people to break the rules. I'm just trying to make sense of the situation from my perspective. So it's easy to say, oh, they're idiots. Oh, they're idiots. But we need, I want to try and help make sense of it. That's my thing. Kelly, let's see what we got now. Kelly, okay, so, right. For some, being out of their home is better, so they're not afraid of catching COVID, if that makes sense. I think that makes sense, Kel. For some, being out of their homes is better, so they're not afraid of catching COVID. Oh, right, okay, yes, So I think I know what you mean, Kel, without you having to clarify. So that they're feeling safer, so they haven't got that anxiety. So by going out, it's proving that they're in a good place mentally. Is that what you're trying to say? I think that's what you're saying. They're not afraid of the risks. Well, they're young people and risks as well. You know, those of you who have done anything on the adolescent brain development will know exactly that this is just part and parcel of what young people do, right? That's not afraid of this risk. Yeah, they are not afraid of this. I see that completely. Well, I feel like I've gone overkill on this subject a little bit now for you guys. I'll leave that up there for a minute and explain. Let's have a quick, we've got about 5 minutes. So what else can we discuss in this 5 minutes? Youth workers, get your hats on. Gemma, who else have we got on the young people today? Jump in the comment section, and if there's anything else you'd like to discuss in our tea and chat session, my tea's gone, as it happens. I chose to drink that quick. While you're thinking of topics we can discuss, I'll quickly show you where that's gone up on social media, on our social media at DCC Youth Service today, which is, of course, where you can find all the lovely youth workers, contact numbers and email addresses and everything else you can get in contact with us. But this explains the change to the format. So everything we do now, so we've got Tuesdays, today, 7 o'clock with me doing the tea and chats. Wednesday, 7 o'clock with Cheryl, there she is, there, doing the Wellbeing Wednesdays. And Thursdays is, again, with me, at 7 o'clock, where we have different guests on, and we have guests, organisations like we've had Fearless and Bernardo's and so on, and we have a quiz. We'll have a quiz as well on Thursdays. So that's the new format now. Thursday sessions may run a little bit longer depending on which guests we have. I know we've got the lovely team from Bernardo's coming back this Thursday. They want to do a bit of a brainstorming session about substances, so that will be good. The following Thursday, we've got the fantastic guys over from Viva coming on, LGBTQ plus guys. They're going to be running a quiz. And, so those are the next 2 weeks anyway. So, yeah, look forward to those. Right, what sessions can we have? What can we have? Well, can we just divide if they're missing distant friends. Okay, so yeah, it can be justified if they're missing their distant friends. So yeah, friends who live further away. Is that what you mean by distant friends? Yeah, I think you've picked up exactly there, Gemma, what the what the mood does of the national survey, with about 72% of people saying that the biggest impact for them is just not getting to see their friends. And then I think it was about 40-something% saying that they were missing school, which of course we know is another place where you meet your friends and what have you. Oh, excuse me. I don't know what's wrong with me today. Woof, I'm back. Yes, okay, so, right, has anybody had any thoughts on what they'd like to discuss, even though the time is... Although I'm happy to stick around. If you could give me 5 minutes, I'll go make another cup of tea. See what cakes we've got in the cupboard over there. I'm not sharing, no. Let's see. Topics, Marvel. Oh, God, right. I knew that was going to happen. What can we say about Marvel? Okay, you know what, Trevor? Do you know what? For you, yeah, we'll do Marvel. Right. What is your favourite? This is a question out there. What is your first? First, what is your favourite Marvel film ever made? I'll just get out of this here. What is your favourite Marvel film of all of them? So your top one, and what is the worst one? That's what we want to hear. Come on now, guys, don't be shy. Youth workers or older people on here. So Marvel is your Iron Mans, your Hulks, your Falcon, your oh my God, Black Widow. Who else am I missing? Captain America. Those, you know. Spider-Man, he's in the Spider. How Welsh did that sound? Spider-Man. Spider-Man, and all those guys. So, what's your top Marvel film and your worst? So, just write in the comment section, top, worst, cool, and I'll tell you mine. Least favorite. Okay, let's see. So, let's see what Gemma's was. Avengers: Infinity War, Spider-Man: Far From Home were her tops, I think. Least favorite: Thor: The Dark World. Oh, I liked Thor. I liked Thor when he started to become a bit funnier. I'm not sure. Oh, I think that happened around about Ragnarok, I think. Iron Man is my favourite in this. Iron Man's the favourite in this house, says Sarah. Oh, yeah, Tony Stark, top marks. Also, how dare you forget Spider-Man? Yeah, sorry about that, Spider-Man. In fact, I watched Into the Spider-Verse with, oh, no. I've got an emerging Spider-Man fan in this house. Bad news. Anyway. He wants a costume and everything. Right. My favourite, I'll tell you, my favourite Marvel film of all is Batman. Oh, no, he's not, is he? Oh. No, my favourite was Endgame, and my least favourite was Captain Marvel. I thought it was absolutely terrible. That's me. Absolutely awful film. But Endgame, top film. Like that one. No, Spider-Man is amazing. Yeah, the Amazing Spider-Man. See, Gemma, this is all your dreams come true, isn't it? Marvel chats on here. Kelly Owen, where have you gone? Tell us what your favourite Marvel film is, or what's the one that gets played in your house. Who else do we have on here? Come on, guys, let me know your Marvel films. Let's finish this session off on a positive. Don't have one, says Kelly. Well, Kelly, can we recommend to watch Endgame, but you will have to watch the previous 14 films to understand what's going on. Gemma says, Batman, love Batman. Oh, okay, thanks, Gem. Nice one. Who else do we have? Harvey loves Spider-Man. Oh, does he? Me neither, says Jess. Oh, Jess, behave, will you? Oh, Joe, sorry, it's not Jess. Joe, I should fill you in. The best one to watch is Endgame, but you will have to watch 14. That's 14 films before you understand what's going on. So I'll keep you busy through lockdown, won't it? Just talk through films. Do you just talk? Oh, I bet you're a talker. Hey, that's the next subject. What do we think of people who talk through films? I personally hate them. Hate them with a passion. If I saw you in the cinema, Kelly, you'd be one of the ones that get plowed with popcorn. Obviously, at the end, I would go and brush it up, put it back in my bag, and dispose of it in the bin. Just going off subject. Oh, hey, no one's going off subject here. Watched Lion on Netflix. Thanks to Kelly's recommendation. Fantastic. Lion. Is that with the one with Angelina Jolie, or is it the one with Idris Elba, or am I thinking of something completely different? Let me know. More like 19 films. There's actually 19 films in the Marvel thing that you need to watch before watching Endgame. Where would you find the time? Yeah, I get kicked out. Yeah, I bet you do, Cal. When I was 14, I used to work in the cinema. Oh, did you? Oh, that must have gone down well being a talker. Is that the one you got kicked out of? Neither. It's based on a true story, says Sarah. Okay. So, hey, Sarah, tell you what. Why don't you write us a review and send it in? So put it P.O. Box 2224. I will read it out in the birthday section next week. I cry in films like Marvel and Endgame. Oh, yeah, it got quite emotional, that one, didn't it? I went to watch one with a group of really rowdy young people. We went to watch Spider-Man in Wrexham. That was hard going, let me tell you, although the pizza was great. I watched Chicken Run 3. I watched Chicken Run 3 times. Oh, I thought it was... I thought you'd watch Chicken Run 3. I thought Chicken Run 3? I haven't even seen Chicken Run 2. I watched Chicken Run 3 times. 3 times a day for 6 weeks. All right, so I thought you did that for fun, but you did it when you used to work in the cinema. And you were an ice cream lady. Oh, remember the ice cream lady? They don't have those anymore. Oh, Sarah, it's amazing, isn't it? Oh, Lion on Netflix. Okay, I'll check that out. I will go and have a look at that. Did anyone watch Sitting in Limbo last week? Sitting in Limbo? No, I'm afraid not, Kel. I tell you what, let's do sitting in limbo chats off here, because I'm quite conscious that we've gone well over time now. And people have got lives. So thank you ever so much for taking part, as usual, and having your amazing discussions. You're brilliant, you guys, as always. Cheryl will be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. live. And of course, you can watch it back whenever you want. If there's anything you want from us, the youth service and the youth work team, before or after that time, you know how to get in contact with us. You can get in contact with us at DCC Youth Services, Facebook, Twitter. You'll find all our pictures, our numbers, our contact details, our emails. You can phone us, WhatsApp us, text us, whatever you want. And we will get straight back to you as quick as we can. So that's how you get hold of your team. Other than that, we will be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. on here. Diolch yn fawr iawn. Thank you very much for taking part. Hope you have a lovely rest of your evening. Bye.